Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Chicago Bears. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And his pass incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
I think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Fields now to throw. That is caught. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Fields. That's complete to Jalen Hyatt. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. Here's Fields. That'll be caught. It's Scott. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Hey, you!
Now it's Fields. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. And he's got it. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Easy.
Achane. And boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it, or is it a time to be a little bit cautious? I think in this case, he feels good about his team. He should go for it.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Angel.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, 551.
They snap it to Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Down. Check pink.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Looked like they might have been thinking safety with that pressure off the edge instead of worrying about the running back.
I like the observation because many defenses in that situation actually have get a safety in their play call. Upfield penetration, try and trap them in the backfield. Instead, absolutely escaped and fled for huge yardage on that play.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Right. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Here's Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bears take over. at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Texans are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Texans football to start quarter two as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Pierce gets this one running right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Another carry for Pierce. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Let's go.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's 3rd and 3.
Black one. Quick, yellow. Quick, red. Ready?
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Fields, eluding the pressure right. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
Here we go.
Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Bears at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
2nd and 10. Moore, the man in motion. They go quickly here out to Moore. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run Achane, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Achane. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Here we go.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Fields going to hold on to it. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Brewers. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They go again with Pierce. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Going for it with Pierce. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. A minute 52 to play until halftime. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, Fields. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. Operating from the gun, Fields. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown Bears. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Let's one go downfield for Pierce. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Young will set to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Third and 19. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
This time they stay on the ground. Muscles him off. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. How about this? Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with career touchdown number 156. That ties him with Terrell Owens for 5th all-time. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Open man here is Scott, complete. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter. Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Pierce now up the middle, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Young to throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And his throw here's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First and 10, it's Pierce. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Handoff right side to Pierce. 156 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now here's Young. Flush to his right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here we go. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here we go. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Up the middle, Achane. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derek Stingley picks it inside the 10. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. A try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first down, Fields. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A shotgun snap, Fields. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Texans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Okay,
the Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, Young. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Ready,
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
set.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 176 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
That throw by Young incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
97. Black swat. Switch. Yellow.
Give to Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with career touchdown number 157, moving him past Terrell Owens and into a tie with Randy Moss for 4th on the all-time list. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Nope.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fields throwing again. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Why not?
Here's Fields. And my goodness, another interception. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
Smith red. Opposite. Green. Ready.
Following the interception, Young. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Ready.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Pierce on the counter. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Young on 3rd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's good for a Bears. First down.
Hey, 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. Throw caught by Hyatt on the slant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, it's Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here we go. We're good.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw, Fields. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
EQ. Easy.
Fields on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Fields going to change things up here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, 551. 551. EQ.
Fields. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Hey, computer.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 198 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Black Ultra. Ready?
Young to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Young. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it's good enough for a Houston first down.
Ready.
Young here to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A run for Pierce out of the gun. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's the backup Watson. That is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Angel, Angel, Angel.
Now Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, son.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Chip slant. Mayday, 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 mayday. Right.
Here's Fields. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Can.
To the air again, Fields. And he's going And the Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. They snap it to Fields. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans are going to win the football game. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
52 blaster.
Now a handoff for Pierce. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Strikers, 3-3.
And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Houston, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year.